song again, and then just start just from the song. Are we gonna delete that?
I'm a different beast. Grinding one straight in the dicky fleece. I'm on the road with the money yet, and I need a beam for a 50 piece. Completed the puzzle, no missing piece. I'm on a mission like God sent me. I'm on a level that can't be reached. Nigga, I speak like God.
This is the part that gets scary. I try to talk, but these niggas ain't hear me. This is the part that gets spooky. They play their role and I'm ending the movie.
Yeah, I swear to God, I put the fear of God in these niggas. I swear to God, I put the fear of God in these niggas. I swear to God, I put the fear of God in these niggas. I swear to God, I put the fear of God in these niggas. Serving who moving that white. Yeah, I done got used to this life. I done grew heartless, stuck in the darkness. I know my future was bright. I'm at the stove and I'm knee deep, cooking your Gotti on repeat. Rifles inside of the trap, try to run up ahead. I'ma shoot, make you retreat. Niggas is not to be trusted. Searching for info, I won't reveal it. Gripping the handle, I clutch it. Shooting bro day and I won't conceal it. Niggas be trying to stay relevant. The game is designed for intelligence. Hustle, I do it in fashion. Trippin' designer, that's elegant. I know they gon' hate for some iron reason. I'm a pole and they blocking a Dodge Demon. Give me some time from their main bitch. She gon' swallow my nut like it's God semen. Completed the puzzle, no missing piece. I'm on a mission like God sent me. I'm on a level that can't be reached. Nigga, I speak like God in me.
This is the part that gets scary. I try to talk, but these niggas ain't hear me. This is the part that gets spooky. They play their role and I'm ending the movie.
Yeah, I swear to God, I put the fear of God in these niggas. I swear to God, I put the fear of God in these niggas. I swear to God, I put the fear of God in these niggas. I swear to God, I put the fear of God in these niggas.
This is the part that gets scary. I try to talk, but these niggas ain't hear me. This is the part that gets spooky. They play their role and I'm ending the movie.
Yeah. Sound like some mafia shit, John Ball.
Yeah. Tribe up. Shout out to all the American Aborigines. Peace and paradise. Chief Holiday in the building. The truth is here. The truth is here. The truth is here. Black Aboriginal power. Shout out to Aboriginal power in the building, man. Shout out to Todd Data. Peace, brothers. How y'all doing tonight, man? Y'all see the title. Proof the bootleg Africans are working with the KKK. HOKK. Dagger Squad and Armor Squad. Y'all see the title, right? Now, just wanted this for full disclosure, right? Brother Sinetta, shout out to Brother Sinetta, shout out to Brother Unc, shout out to Brother Garfield, and all other people of the house of HOK, right? And all the supporters, right? Shout out to everybody, right? We are just having a family or inner scrimmage, you know what I'm saying? We all on the same team. We all fighting supposedly for the same team, right? We all supposed to be fighting for the liberation of our people. And what we're trying to do is say that we have been miseducated and taught to play for the other team. So what we're going to try to do is make a clear distinction between who's clearly playing for the right team and whose information is working against, you know what I'm saying, the people. And that's just we can put all the information on the table, where this information come from, you know, who created it, you know what I'm saying, and all these different things. But here's another thing too, is a lot of times we can't show our work when we call it on the phone and stuff like that. So we want to be able to, we show our work all the time over here. So shout out to the young lions, shout out to Jaguar Old Man, he be coming in too. We're gonna show where we get our information from, or some of the sources, right? Because they always say, well, they don't guys don't have any sources, right? Then when we give them sources, and then if they happen to have a white face on them, right? These guys will say, well, look at them. They're using white sources of things that they're not saying. No, we're just using white sources as a cross-reference for some of the black sources that we have. But here's the thing, right? At some point, as master students, we have to take our teachers' information, especially if they're no longer here, to the next level. You don't sit in Dr. John Henry Clark's information that was written in the 60s or the 80s or the 90s. You can't sit in that information because more information has came forth. Now, shout out to Pawpaw, shout out to Dr. Ben, shout out to all the greats that came before us, but it's our job to take the information further. And all I hear from these guys is the same UNESCO ass information. It's the same depressing, the same tired, raggedy fucking information that was given to you. It has to have a source. It has to have a source. And we talk about Hershovitz and Boaz and all these people, right, that taught the Schomburgs and anybody that came into our communities teaching back to Africa or to go to Africa, patriate to Africa, and all these other things were working with the American Colonization Society. It's just facts. These are facts. We understand Zionism. We understand that these people fund studies, fund social Darwinism. So these guys say, well, you guys are calling it social Darwinism, and Darwin, it didn't even create it. We know who created it. We know that it was used after he was gone by his fellow people. And this is the source of their power, period. Like let's just examine that. Like, we ain't got to talk about labels, terms, you know what I'm saying? Whether or not we was Africans 100,000 years ago, none of these things. We don't got to talk about. We ain't got to talk about DNA. We ain't got to talk about nothing. Let's just talk about the historical facts, the historical agenda of these people and how they have used these things to kill us, to marginalize us, to redline us, to exclude us out of power. So if you guys are teaching the same scientific talking points, the same things that you haven't evolved into anything different, that's why we sound foreign to you, because we're bringing new information to the table that we feel will liberate the minds and the hearts of our people. Right? We can pull up all these books and all these different articles that you guys will shoot down. It doesn't matter. Like when we say, oh, the oldest pyramids in the world are in America, we're going to show those articles today, right? But they're just articles that somebody wrote. You understand what I'm saying? The pyramids are there. The bones are there. The depictions of the people inside on the walls are there. And the scientists that found these things or plundered these things are saying that these places in America are older than there and are independent. Matter of fact, we're going to read that article. We're going to pull some of that stuff up tonight. But but so reason why we got this white lady, we need to pull her down quickly. Her name is Margaret Hamburg Little Sanger, you know what I'm saying? AKA Little Sanger, you know what I'm saying? Margaret Hamburg is a part of the eugenics system, right? To push more and more propaganda. Unc knows this, but he continues to try to bring out these people's information, right? But the problem is, right, even when he bring out these people's information, right, with all the bullshit that comes with these people, it still does not benefit them, because all science and archaeology and every kind of test that you can ever test, even when these guys are trying to hide information, right, tells you that the deeper you dig in this place, the darker the planet. That's just a fact. That's everywhere. And these people came from that place independently, right? But these people will still tell you that the out of Africa theory is a scientific fact. And I just think that's crazy. And they always trying to mince words. So he'll try to pull up. So we talk about out of Africa theory, right? We say, okay, well, he wants to pull up the definition of a scientific theory. That's double speak, Unc. You're being disingenuous, because we're not talking about a scientific theory. We're just talking about a good old theory. See how that work? So even in these Margaret Hamburg's articles and things that they're trying to hide, they'll put words out there. They say, well, the paleo humans in America resembled modern Africans, right? Well, Unkin will also tell you that we know Africans didn't exist hundreds of thousands of years ago, but we know that Black people were here hundreds of thousands of years ago, according to the science. And according to the science, these people that had to have been here prior to sailboats, prior to airplanes, prior to teleporting. Y'all see where I'm going with this? So these people are the oldest people on the planet. Science has already proven that you guys use, right? Now, I don't agree with none of the stuff, but just what you guys use have proven that the oldest DNA is from North America. The oldest civilization is in North America. The oldest pyramids is in Brazil. See how that work? Made out of seashells, because we use what was available to us. And they're saying that pyramid goes back like 45,000. So that means that people were thinking, were growing, were building hundreds of thousands of years ago. But because the white man know they wasn't in these time periods during this time, they're trying to discredit anybody that's doing it. And now you got the monkey squad coming in doing the same damn thing. It makes no sense for somebody to tell you, and oh, when you pull their card on the monkey shit, they'll say, oh no, we're not saying that the hominids, you know what I'm saying, are human. We're saying they're human-like. More double speech, more agent shit. Now, at some point, we're gonna have to say, y'all know what y'all doing. It's not, you know what I mean? It's not something that you're not doing. You kind of know. And then you guys pull up articles and read stuff and then misinterpret it to the people. Well, he said right here, they said they look like modern Africans. Well, it wasn't modern African in Africa then. God damn it. So I don't understand these conversations, man, and the things that you guys are so disingenuous on. That's just crazy to me. Now, I want to say this, right? When we pull up the oldest civilizations in the world, they say that it happens in Mesopotamia, right? In Sumer. That's what they say. But then it comes all the way to America and builds up America, and then goes all the way back to the continent. Y'all see how that work? Yeah, brother.
Your YouTube ain't working. It's not showing up.
Hold on, it's showing up over here. Let's see what's going on.
YouTube ain't working.
Oh no, you there, brother. Okay, so hey, peace and love to the family, man. Thank y'all for coming in, man. We definitely appreciate it, man. But we're gonna go in on the squad tonight, man. We're gonna really show our work. Peace, Camo. Thank you for coming in, man. Yeah, everything looks good right here, bro. Page. Shout out to Ebony Knowledge. Peace, Empress. High Vibes, Jazzy Guy Fox. We got Miracle. Elohim. He said, respect the Elohim. Shalom, brother. Light Paul. Salute Soldier. Root Word. Peace, Mo. No sellout. Peace, my man. Thank you for coming through. Mommy Rika. Wealth to you as well, Queen. Alicia Halito. American Aboriginal. Queen, thank you for coming through. We definitely appreciate everybody coming through, man. Trap, BAB. Peace. He said Florida's in the building. Vegas is definitely in the building. The world is in the building, man. What's going down right now, man? Everybody put a city check in, man, where y'all at, a country, wherever y'all in, man. Let us know y'all listening to the truth tonight. Y'all listening to Ab Power tonight. Listening to Camo songs tonight. We listen to the Cyborg, man. What's going down, man? Hey, I promise y'all, we're not gonna talk shit. We're gonna show.
What up, family? What up?
Man. Tennessee in the building, man. Tennessee in the building, man. Straight up, stand up.
What up, family? This your boy.
The Tribe in Tennessee's in the building. So what else we got in here? Make sure I don't forget it. Ain't miss nobody. Number one driller. Peace, brother. It's gonna get spooky. This is the party that gets spooky. Shout out to Cheek Raw, man. Ghosty says feathers up, tribe up, wise up, rise up. That's right. That should definitely be the slogan. Sheena Boo. Peace, Queen. Thank you for coming through tonight. Let's see. I think we got Sheena Miles in the building too, man. Like I said, man, thank everybody for coming out, man. Big ooga and big hugs and kisses to everybody, man. We definitely appreciate you. If you haven't joined TribeUp.app, please do. You have a special invite only. Peace and love to the family. Okay, so check it out, man. So Shayla Wu, peace. Hey, App. What we gonna show first, man? What we need to show first to disprove what these guys are talking.
What up, fam? This your boy Cyborg in the building. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me, family?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, cool. So I want everybody to look closely to the screen. Now, this is their master teacher. Now, these journals and these scientific journals that they're reading, that a lot of people hold so dearly, this is the lady right here who's the president. It's a corporation called AAAS. And I'm pretty sure they know this stuff now. So these ain't so I don't know. We not working with no brothers that don't know what they talking about. They know exactly what they doing, and they're reading the rights. I mean, these survivalist people. They're reading their information to our people. Now, this is very dangerous, and they're doing it on purpose. They're doing it on purpose. And so this lady right here, she's the owner. She's the president of that little magazine that they hold so dearly, the Scientific Peer Review or whatever they be reading. Now, she's the owner. Now, if you look into her background, she used to work for the White House with Bill Clinton. I think she also worked with Barack Obama. She also had a scandal because she was the head of the Food Drug Administration, and she had a scandal with giving out steroids or scandals with the Plan B.
Hey, Ty.
What?
Ty, they saying they can't see the screen, brother. You got the screen share.
No, it's no, that lady right there. That lady, that's her name right there. That's her name. That's her name right there. Margaret.
No, I don't know. Hey, Lightpaw, can y'all see Margaret Hamburg with those Easter Island people right there with her hand up, swearing in? Well, it's just ironic that white ladies are running all of their stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like a white lady is a timid.
She also was involved with a couple different scandals with giving out steroids and giving out all these drugs. She was in charge of the I think it was the Food and Drug Administration, and she had to resign. So the lady is crooked to the core. I'm not into the conspiracy theory stuff, but if you guys are, if you look at her pictures, you can see all them so-called Mason signs and symbols that people like to go on. But I'm not into that, so I don't like to say, well, she's some Mason because of some handshake or some shit like that. But she got all those pictures up and down there, and these dudes are holding her up high. They're holding her. They're holding her higher than yourself. Holding her higher than our women. Holding her up high as if this lady's a god. This lady is a crook, and they're reading her sources, the information that she put out, and the double speaking information that they put out. This is the lady right here is a president, and this is the lady. Do some research on her, and then this is their master teacher right here. This is the master teacher of theirs. And so their theories, all their theories are coming from her and her cronies. She hang around George Bush. She hang around Bill Clinton. She hang around all those people. You can go to a website called theyrule.org. Theyrule.org. It's some shit we used to do on Lex Vortex channel when you type in people names and you type in companies and it tell you what type of ties they got. So you can also do some research up on her. And when you look up the magazine that they held so high, she is the president of that magazine, and that is very dangerous for our community, y'all. And I just had to get that out. I couldn't let that go. But y'all
let it go.
So I'm gonna take all this shit off the screen, and I'm gonna let y'all do what y'all do. I'm out of here.
Yeah, well, I mean, it just goes back to this interesting. Her name is Margaret, you know what I'm saying? Because she's attached to the Eugenics Society, aka Planned Parenthood, you know what I'm saying? And all the other organizations, Black Lives Matter, the NAACP, any of these organizations, right? And the facts are that if it wasn't so overwhelming, you might want to take her name down too. Overwhelming physical, scientific, archaeological, every type of information that you could think of is, you know what I'm saying, proving everything that these people are trying to push down our throat as being false, right? You know what I'm saying? And no matter how we try to appeal to these guys, right, they never listen. No matter what we're saying, listen, man, you guys, that right there is harmful. It's hurting our people. And we really wouldn't be addressing it, like, you know what I'm saying, if it wasn't harmful, it wasn't hurting. And we really wouldn't be coming as hard at y'all, at your information, if you wasn't. You know what I mean? Because we're trying to be peaceful. We're trying to go with what we're trying to do. Right. So right here, what we have right here, right, are the fathers of African history. Say hello to y'all, Master Chief. Shout out to Johnny Aborigine. He said, meet the anthropologists who created the field of African American studies and African American studies in today's universities and institutions. They were the teachers of W.E. Du Bois, Zora Neale Hurston, among many others. You got Frank Boyle, 1858, 1942. And Melville Hurston, 1895, 1963. This goddamn devil was around in 1963. Sheesh. So, hey, well, here's the thing, though, right? Y'all see that these people right here went from damn near slave time to modern day time. Just one person. So, they, you know, y'all understand what I'm saying? Hold on, let me read the rest of it, right? I can't see the bottom of it. Not only does, let me see if I can pull it up on the screen. Okay. Not only does Black Americans out of Africa motherland concept, where'd it go? Y'all is in trouble. Not only does Black Americans out of Africa motherland concept, where'd it go?
Chief, your sound cut out. Chief.
Yeah, what's up?
I think you're okay. There we go. There we go.
Mic check, mic check.
Did
you get that first part? Did we get the first part?
You good. You good. You good.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna finish. All right, so it says not only does Black Americans, in quotation marks, out of Africa.
Chief, I think you cutting out, fam. What's going on? Google's going crazy, dude. Chief, unmute your mic. Chief, unmute your mic, family. Chief.
Let me see, man. Yeah.
Peace, family. Can y'all hear? Can y'all hear?
We got you. We got
Hey,
you.
I can hear on my computer, y'all. Let me see, man. Mic check, mic check. Okay, so the problem is though, right? Like I said, man, y'all master teachers is Frank Boaz, and Hershowitz. You know what I'm saying? And why did these people create these things? Now, y'all got to keep in mind, this is where the idea of the African comes in. Yeah. Yeah. Yo.
What's up, Chief?
Mike check. Man, I don't know what Ty got going on over there today, man. He tripping.
And yeah, and whoever running the shit, whoever you want the screen to stay on, click on it because it keep going back and forth whenever somebody speak. And when we screen sharing,
I'm gonna start over. I'm gonna start over this this thing right here. Sheesh. All right. So check it out. Says this meme says meet the fathers of American history, quotation. Okay. The anthropologists who created the fields of African American studies, in quotation marks, and African studies in today's universities and institutions. They were the teachers of W.E.B. Du Bois, Zora Neale Hurston, among many others. Okay. Frank Boas, 1858 through 1942. And if you do any research on them, and that you shouldn't just take our word for it. You should just do any research on these guys, where they came from. They weren't even from America. They were immigrants, right? So Melville Herstovix, right? 1895 to 1963. Even if these fools, one of them was even born here, their parents are still from Germany. Okay. So it says not only does Black Americans out of Africa motherland concept come from a white eugenicist, Charles Darwin, but Black Americans historically connection, the landmass presently known as Africa is based upon two Jews right here, Zionists at that, for the sole purpose of suppressing records of Black Americans' origins and indigenous history in America with academic institutions created by white degenerates. Okay. Y'all see how that work right there? So whenever we started to get any of this information through the Harlem Renaissance, y'all got to think about this. A lot of this information and stuff was ushered in throughout the Harlem Renaissance, and all those different things that these guys be talking about. Shout out to MBK, man, because I do think it's interesting that we know the information, but I just think that it's interesting not to look at it in a slave perspective and look at it from these fucking perspectives right here. Like, this is y'all master teacher right here. This is why we're gonna destroy y'all. We're gonna destroy y'all master teachers, and then we're gonna show y'all our work. This is what we're gonna do. But this is y'all master teacher, right? Look at it. Look at Frank Boas, man. Frank Boas.
You gotta look at the brainwashing that these two brothers alone have impacted some of these communities, like the so-called conscious community. For instance, of the Amun-Ra squad, stated out of his mouth, quote unquote, "My mother even died thinking she was a Blackfoot." Right now, this is off a platform that's built up off of uplifting the Black woman and master teachers. He has yet went in beyond to diss his mother and master teachers, who also has indulged in a conversation letting these brothers know that who we are. He's dissing both of them with the out of Africa theory based on Frank Boas and Melville Herstovix. I mean, it's really sad. It's sad, yo. So we gotta wake up, man. These guys are playing around, but they know what it is.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to James Gilmore, just checking in, man. Peace to you, brother. Thank you for coming in tonight, man. We definitely appreciate it. But yeah, man. Hey, so here's the thing, yeah. They never let you show any work, man. So they always hate.
That shit hurt my heart when he said his mother died thinking she was a Blackfoot. Yo, this shit hurt my heart. He thinking, and this guy gonna go listen to a European Zionist Jew and get his information on who he is without listening to mama or grandmama. It's sad, yo. I love mama, yo. Much respect to her.
That's right. Peace and paradise to all, man. All our ancestors that passed on, man. And Unc's coming on home, man, because he has conceded some things, and he also said that he could be wrong. And that let me know that he wants to learn. They want to see this stuff. So y'all, we're gonna send this to y'all so y'all can see the work, that we can prove what we're saying. You know what I'm saying? And that's just it. We didn't say that the oldest pyramids in the world are here. The scientists that you kissed their ass says it. right? And also these same scientists say that these scientists back in these days had political agendas, and they were wrong, that they were using science to as an act of war. And when we say that you guys are using the same stuff, I mean, you gotta look into it, right? Okay, so this right here is just another primary source, right, of just a stamp in time of I don't know if this is a newspaper clipping or something like that. Can you go back to that one?
You want me to go back to it?
Yeah.
Y'all can still see my screen?
I know. I see they answer. Yeah, right there. So it says the genuine Native American darkies. Wow. The real Yankee blackamoors. Yeah, I think that's interesting. Okay, let's go to the next one. Lamb, cottonwood trees, picking cotton or something.
I'm gonna pull it up in just a second.
Okay. Ooga to the family. Yeah, man, we're gonna show some information today, man. So hope everybody enjoy this, man. Get something out of it, man. You know, people always say, you guys never seen thing. Y'all act like y'all never seen the American Aboriginal History Show on Vortex Media too. Y'all act like y'all never seen that show. Like, I don't care, act like they never seen it. Like, come on, y'all. Y'all know y'all was peeking in. You know what I'm saying? So these guys are still interpreting the data wrong. Like, once again, because you're getting the information from people who have political agendas to place anybody that's dark skinned on a landmass from Africa. So if they can place you from Africa, then they could disenfranchise you. They could put up caste systems. Even in caste systems in your mind, then you will start to bleach your skin because of words, spells that are on your fucking brain. This is all we're talking about right now, right? And these guys are smart dummies because they're smart, but they're under such a spell that they're trying to figure, you know, anything that they read, right? They'll read something but they're under such a spell that when they read it, it's still, you know what I'm saying, going in their favor. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're just like, I don't know. Like, I've seen these guys do it several times. Every time they read an article, the article benefits us. It does not benefit them. There's nothing. Listen, they always asking us to pull up something. You want to know why? Because they don't have any, and I mean anything to back up anything that they say. Because out of Africa is a theory. So we can't hang our hat on an out of Africa theory. Like, yo, oh yeah, that's real. That's it right there. That's a goddamn lie. And that's why we're losing as a people, because we're working off of fake ass information. Then we let Frank Boas weak ass and Melville Hershovick's weaker ass. Those guys aren't stronger than our fucking ancestors. They're not smarter than our ancestors, but they're clever because our ancestors took their fucking information to heart and then taught it to their fucking kids and their fucking kids and keep on passing it down. Well, we're here to change that. We're here to stop that. That's what we're here for. So the bullshit you niggas is teaching is putting us in a subservient position because you are agents for eugenic society, for the American colonization society, because you get niggas is still saying, oh, we are from Africa. Oh, we have to be.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta disagree with that one right there. When you say they don't have nothing to back up, that's what they have. They have the Romans to back them up. You see what I'm saying? That's
they have the who?
The Romans, the Europeans to back them up. That's
listen, all that shit.
Yeah, listen though. When we use the same Europeans to discredit them, they say, "Oh, look at y'all using European stuff." No, man. Science is science. 1 + 1 is 2 in any language.
I know.
They did. Europeans didn't come up with this information. They just stole it from us. So now the information is getting out. But these was what they're saying. And when we pull up this person right here, right, they'll say, "Well, no, we're not saying that's a human." But you guys are saying we may have evolved from this person. So if you're saying may, then may is a probability that is not a fact. So once again, you're teaching social fucking Darwinism
Right,
when you
right.
and you teaching double fucking speech, dude.
But-
So there's nothing that these niggas teach, bro. Not one motherfucking thing that these niggas teach that's a fucking fact.
Right, right.
Not, and I can promise y'all that. I can promise y'all that because I study fucking Africa. So I can talk all Africa, but there's nothing that them motherfucking niggas teach that's a fucking fact. Not one thing.
Right.
Comedic fucking yoga nigga. Fuck out of here. Y'all talking.
I feel you, but the
What
thing
you
though
talking
is
about,
that because I learned about this on Periscope sometimes when I used to go in there and I used to get in an argument with some of the white survivalists there, and they always would have some little article or some little thing to back them up. You see, and so even when you go into statistic records of Chicago and all these little statistic records, they got a whole list of stuff to back them up, but it's all one-sided. And so one dude even came up with an article that says from 1970 something to now, the serial killers was exactly where it's supposed to be based on the population of the white people's population. And so they were saying that from 1970 to now it's pretty low based on the population. But then when I asked them, well, why come you don't go 10 years back to 1960? Why come you don't go 10 years back to you know what I'm saying, to 1950s and the 40s? And I destroyed his whole argument. So they got all types of articles and stuff to back them up, but they all backed up by those teachers and those white survivalist teachers. And that's, you know what I'm saying, and that's the main point what we trying to tell people. You see what I'm saying? So they always gonna have some books or something to back them up. But when you look in their sources and you look in their books, it always go back to the same people. You can look on theyrule.com, on theyrule.net. Those same people, it's always gonna go back to those people. You see what I'm saying? And so they getting their information from the same people that we be looking up. If you go to theyrule.net, you can look up any company, or you can look up any, you know, some persons, some people, and you can find out their ties and what boards they fall on and things like that. And so they're using those people propaganda, and they teaching it to our people, but they teaching it in a way that try to make our people feel proud and try to uplift black women and black women. But what they really doing is they really teaching these people stuff. You see what I'm saying? And they don't need, and they know it. They know this. They know this. They said themselves. They are scholars. They are professional scholars. That's what they said. So they know this. You see what I'm saying? And so that's what is so sad, and it hurts my heart, man. I just don't understand why more people don't speak out and don't come up. That hurts, man. That hurts. You see what I'm saying? They teaching they stuff. These people y'all see on the screen, they regurgitating they stuff. And they twist it to uplift the black women. That's the whole point of how it works. See, you get the male, you know, take their information and you twist it to uplift the black woman. So now the black woman is going around telling it to the babies and everybody and giving them support and stuff like that. Man, they killing the young women out here with that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, a fact. Hey, but check it out though, bro. They said put up the article that's showing that monkey face right there, right? We'll read that article too. But we want to show our work. We don't just want to be saying y'all whatever. But when we say that the out of Africa theory has been debunked, it's been debunked. You know what I'm saying? But also I wanted to pull up that man that was sitting in that chair who was a former slave, right? Just to kind of prove our point. You know, hold on. Prove our point, what I'm trying to say. You know, read that. Now, when we talk about slavery, right? We talk about you got to talk about the so-called Indian slavery, right? But it wasn't when they first came here. They wasn't calling them Indians, so you know these are interchangeable words. So we got to understand that. So, hold on. Let's see, it's super small. Let me try to blow it up. Yeah, so this thing right here says, it wasn't until the Cherokee nations adopted European culture, mixing with Anya-Wanaga white people, that they became civilized and racially driven, which displaced many of the original unmixed Cherokee Indians, now classified as Negroes outside their own nations. Indian ancestry claims by American Negro is not a result of being enslaved by European Indians. It is a result of American Negroes acknowledging his family tree, which was undoubtedly Indian. Samuel Hawks, a former slave who was freed in Nottoway County, Virginia, about 1836. He moved into Gallia, Ohio, and then to Calvin Center, Michigan, where he was reported to have been the largest taxpayer. That means that he had bought a whole bunch of land. But it's always interesting, right? That, like I said, they're using these words interchangeably, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, like slave, blah, 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 whatever, right? But that man right there could have just been an apprentice. He could have been a servant. You know what I mean? He could have got a skill set or whatever from these people, right? Or from their class as a slave. But the point of this thing is right here that we're talking about the mixing and making of new tribes of people that did not come across the Bering Strait. They just came. These are new creative people. That's why they don't know anything about any of these mounds or any of these pyramids or anything here.
And if you look up the Webster 1828 Dictionary of American, it tells you that it was applied to the Aborigines, the copper-colored people, which is now pertaining to descendants of Europeans. That's who the Native Americans are, descendants of Europeans. Period.
The more to say that that's our children, the native are our children. I'm not a Moor. Right. I don't know what that is, Keyshawn.
Anya, your nigga. That's interesting that they got Anya for white people. South American Aboriginal girl. Thank you for coming through, Queen. Ebony Malik, peace, interest. Thank you for coming through. We definitely appreciate it. Hopefully, what she say? That is absolutely true. We're just trying to get to the truth, Ebony. We're not talking about just anybody. And hopefully, we'll be able to leave some breadcrumbs that maybe you guys can take the information a little further. You might be a better researcher.
And for the people that's just now coming in, I'm gonna get back to this right quick. I'm gonna screen share one more time just for the people that's coming in, so they can get a little understanding of what we are talking about. I worked in factory. I worked in a hotel and I worked in a factory. And they say a lot of black people in all the warehouses. So yeah, man, these are the mothers and fathers, or fathers and mothers. I don't know what you want to call these people, right? So these are y'all master teachers. You see? These are y'all masters, teachers, masters, teachers. You see what I'm saying? So if you want to go down that empty road of nowhere, right, and a whole bunch of beating around the bush just to come around and say that you're Aborigine, then
yo, bro, I think our sound is low again. Mic check. Yeah.
Mic check.
Yeah, man. So yeah, they're just doing a lot of beating around the bush just to come back around a couple years later and say that we Aborigine. I mean,
yeah, my brother said we African.
Okay. Hey, so Frank Boas and Melville Hersovich are the geniuses that came up with the out of Africa theory, right? But yo, we got to disprove the roots thing too while we're here too, right? So I think we got to pull that up if we can find that article or something on your boy Alex Haley being
well, I don't really want to do that. I want to do a whole build on that. I got something planned on the whole Alex Haley build, right down the street from the 30-foot statue that they got built of them. So yeah, I got a whole build off of that.
All right, well, let's just leave the people with this right here then. So Alex Haley plagiarized the book called The African, right? Ironically, it was written by two Jews too. I'm gonna pull that up so people don't know. We just thinking we talking shit. Like I don't try to remember motherfuckers' names that I don't like. You know what I mean? So, but I'm gonna go to these people. I kind of remember their name. The African was written by two Jewish guys as a fantasy, about the transatlantic slave trade. right? Now I ask these guys this all the time, right? Uh, you know, where did they get the, you know, can they show me any literature, you know what I'm saying, on this whole transatlantic slave trade? I'm gonna bring out some literature right now. It's called The African, because you know what I'm saying, which is a fictional book. The African novel by Harold Colander. Okay. Harold Colander. So I'm gonna go to the book. It was written in Africa. It's a 1967 novel by Harold Colander. Okay. And I'm just gonna talk about you. This is where y'all. This is y'all source of your transatlantic slave trade. Okay. He was the African Harold Colander, author, country. He's United States, language English, genre. Wait for it. Y'all ready? Fiction. Did y'all hear me? Fiction. It's fiction. It's not a historical book. It's fiction. Now I'm just looking up Wikipedia on the African, the book, or whatever. So you guys are absolutely welcome to do this yourself. You know what I'm saying? So the African. So we're pinpointing the origin of the whole out of Africa theory, the origin of the transatlantic slave trade, the origin of slavery. We're going to get to that too. We're just trying to get into the origin of their information. Y'all follow me? So when we talk about Harold Colander writing The African, he directly gets his information from these clowns, Frank Boas and Melville Hersovich, as well as W.E.D. Du Bois. Colander probably sat in one of these African American study classes to come up with these type of information. You know what I'm saying? So this is my point. He wrote The African. Alex Haley plagiarized it, got sued in like 77 and lost. The judge said it was the worst case of plagiarism he ever seen in his life. Now, if they're talking about jumping brooms in a fictional book that was plagiarized by this nigga that they passed out on y'all as historical facts. See how they work? Hey, man, I don't know what to tell y'all, man. It's just going to be a murder scene today. We ain't even got into our information. We just burned down y'all information right now. This is y'all information. Frank Boas is your master teacher. Who, and if you're not willing to take your master's teacher's information to the next level, most of you dummies just sit there rubbing their feet. You don't take the information to the next level. That's what we're doing. So we have found out that, guess what? Pyramids were built in America first. We're going to pull that information up too, but we're just trying to get into their information right now, where their information comes from, because they never give us sources of this transatlantic slave trade. Reggie brought up slaveorg.org, slavevoyages.org. All that shit's fake, because remember, these guys right here are working a racket. All of them, they're working a racket. But even if you use the slavevoyages.org, it discounts all the things that this guy's saying. You'll see a manifest that have 5 people, you know what I'm saying? Like 10, 12, you know what I mean? So it wasn't like 400 or 500 people being brought over here at this time. They're describing workers or seasonal workers that were coming to work or working for that boat. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't as fucked up as they're making it seem. You know what I'm saying? It was more business. And once again, owning a person is the most expensive form of doing business. So only super rich people own people. Shall it work? So they're lying about the whole slave thing or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But they're using all of this fake ass information, this fake ass Darwinism, social Darwinism, to create laws or even social norms, black codes, all these other things. So we want to take us out of power, for one, and then it took us a while to gain our power back. You know what I'm saying? Or start to gain our power back based on all the things that they took from us. So yeah, what else we got in there? You showed some of that money. You showed some pictures of some of the money. Hold on. Okay. So, all right. So are we good on the African though, y'all? Okay. Although I'm gonna go ahead and go. I'm gonna go ahead and do Alex Haley, y'all. I got you. Okay. So Alex Haley was born Alexander Murray Palmer Haley. Okay? August 11th, 1921. February, he died February 10th, 1992. Okay, he was an American writer and an author of the 1976 book Roots, the saga of American family. ABC adapted the book as a television miniseries of the same name and aired it in 1977 to a record-breaking audience of 130 million viewers. Ooh-wee. In the United States, the book and miniseries raised a public awareness of African American history and inspired a broad interest in genealogy and family history. Now, remember, this guy actually plagiarized a fictional book, right? A fiction book. But now, when you read it in Wikipedia today, you get it as a historical African American book. Y'all follow me? Now it's interesting to me that they didn't call Alexander Murray Palmer Haley an African American. They called him American writer, but that's just a whole other story. Yeah. Okay, so under an opinion of it. Okay, now he was in the U.S. Coast Guard, things of that nature, whatever. He was born in Ithaca, New York. He died in Washington State. His occupation was a writer. Okay, alma mater, Alcorn University, Elizabeth State College. Okay, spouse, he had a wife, 2 wives, wait a minute, 3 wives. So dude had 3 wives. Okay, something that's nobody. Service, he was in the Coast Guard. Chief Petty Officer. Okay, he was an officer. So they said that he was all right. So he wrote the autobiography of Malcolm X in '65 or whatever, which was interesting. That he wrote Malcolm X's book prior to writing Roots. So that's interesting. But here's the thing, right? This guy was sued. So Roots is fake, right? But these people use Roots as a historical document, right? Now these are the same guys that would say, well, this is it. You know what I'm saying? We got the story of Roots, right? Roots is our story. Niggas is jumping brooms, they doing all those other stuff, right? But when you find out that he was sued, hey, listen, he got sued in '77, lost in '77. They still made the movie. They're still remaking the movie. Y'all understanding that? They're still like, yo, we're not, even though he lost this, whatever, we're still gonna put this out as a movie, as miniseries for generations. I mean, we got to really understand the psychological damage that the Zionist Jews who are working with those scientists right there, or so-called scientists and writers and stuff, to create an illusion of movies and all these other things. This is where it comes from. So the whole birth of a nation comes directly from the mind of Franz Boas and Melville Hersowitz. This is what they use to justify murder, genocide, and rape around the world, family. That's a fact. So anybody, this is too plain to see. And we're gonna get into a lot of more stuff, man. But this is the crux. This is the origin of their fake ass power. The fake ass information, the fake ass out of Africa theory, the fake ass Charles Darwin monkey theory.
And I don't even think the damage that they're doing and the powerful work that they're doing for these Zionist Jews as Pan-African. They trying to get you to tie your grip off of your land, which you all got all birthrights to. You know what I'm saying? Your land, your soil, and get you to connect it with a place that you never been, nor have your ancestors. Right? So we got to understand that it's a whole agenda. It's the whole propaganda. It's the misconsumption. It's the switching around of the information. That's exactly what they're doing. And I think brought up a thing earlier about we not having civilization older than Africa. We have civilization, agriculture, and more. You understand? So we're gonna get into some of that too, also. So yeah, family, I'm gonna finish screen sharing. I'm gonna get to a few more things. So what we looking at right now is an article. Evidence farther suggests that the Creek Indians were Negro. Vicksburg County without permission, with which caused some trouble between the Chickasaw and the Creek Indians, and the probability of the Comanche Indians at their usual hunting season camped at this particular place. The human skull and skeleton shows that probably he was a Negro Indian type, indicating that he was not short with a bow and arrow and a arrowhead, being the type the the Comanches used. The point of the arrowhead entering the body extending to the backbone, and the point of the arrowhead still remains in the backbone of the skeleton. Beads and other ornaments found with the skeletons show the type that the Creek Indian Negro wore of those days. These show that the probability was a battle between the Creek and the Comanche Indians. Yeah. Let me see what the source is. I believe it's sciencenews.com. But I'm not for sure. You're going to have to ask the chief that he sent me that. He sent me that. So I'm not really for sure. But we can go to other things like I'm not for sure where yet. He clicked off a thing. But as we go into it, I mean just the whole yeah, I understand that. Yeah, they got a point. Like I said, right now I'm in a book, The American Indians and Contribution Encyclopedia of the Western Hemisphere. And if you can see my screen, it gives for furthermore authors, references, and on the pyramids. Right. So let's read into it a little more. Pyramids are massive structures that are bored at the bottom and tapered at the point of or apex at the top. American Indians in Mesoamerica and South America built pyramids of adobe and stone. North American Indians built huge, somewhat pyramid-shaped mounds of earth. So let's get into it. This is one of the small pyramids. If y'all can see my screen, this is one of the small pyramids. It's classic. It's pretty much during the period of your maximum in the Yucatan Peninsula. It's roughly about 100 feet tall. But let's go into it some more.
What's that source, fam? What's that?
Some of the pyramids built in America are equal in size to the pyramids in Egypt. The first American pyramid builders were the indigenous inhabitants of what is now Peru, who began building their first pyramid of adobe in about 3000 BC. Two of the first of these were the El Preso, located in the central coastal area of present-day Peru, in the city of Carl, 120 miles north of what is now Lima.
Damn.
So
Damn.
it's telling you we got pyramids that go back past 16,000 years ago.
Damn, that's hard right there. Damn.
Wow.
Hey,
And
what's that source, fam? What's that source?
Can you read the sources right here for sources for the reading? Michael D. It's pretty much on the screen. It's all the sources that had anything to do with the archaeologists and anthropologists data that had to do with it.
So those are your sources right there. Hold on, let me blow that up a little bit.
And just for a little extra, archaeologists estimate that about 140 million adobe bricks were mounded at the arrange and colonization of the pyramids in America, of the smaller pyramids in America. 140 million bricks.
Y'all see that right there? Y'all see that? That's their master teacher right there, swearing them in right there. But yeah, y'all see those sources right there? Go ahead and check those out. Those are the oldest pyramids on the planet. Go ahead and check those out right there. Check those out. See what comes up. They got libraries and things like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the master teacher off. Their master teacher. And y'all see what happened to the master teacher. Y'all see what happened to the master teacher, right? You see how they got the master teacher, fam? It's a wrap. It's a wrap, man. Give it up, y'all. Give it up, man. Let's go ahead and start building these tribes up, man, and get this stuff going, y'all. Let's go ahead and give it up, y'all.
HOKKK talking about that's not true.
That's theoretically speaking. I'm joking. I'm a goofball, y'all. I don't hurt people.
Yeah, man. Can we pull up some more images?
Of what?
Those aren't the oldest pyramids. Hey, HOKKK, you are absolutely right. Those aren't the oldest pyramids. The oldest pyramids are in Brazil, on the coast of I forgot whatever coast in Brazil. And they didn't know there was pyramids at first. They thought they was just dirt piles and stuff like that. But they were built with seashells. So those would be the oldest pyramids in the world, correct? But the oldest modern built pyramids on the planet are in America. The next oldest in Americas, right?
Yeah, Chief, I hear that.
What are y'all talking about, man?
Yeah,
what's
Chief,
going on?
I hear that, but you got to show that, fam. You got to show that, man.
We got that. We got that. We're gonna show our scholarship tonight, but
So y'all heard of Rocks Cry Out?
Excuse me, what did you say, fam?
Have you heard of Rocks Cry Out? That book, I think it talks about the paps and stuff in the book.
Absolutely, great book.
Oh, we got Copper Buffalo on the building. We got Copper Buffalo. What's up, fam?
Copper Buffalo.
Did you get that application filled out to that library?
Oh, I haven't yet. I'm just gonna wait.
Man, we ain't trying to hear that, man. We ain't trying to hear that. You go ahead and get that taken care of, man. You go ahead and get that taken care of, fam.
HOKKK. Okay. Men lie, women lie. Numbers don't lie. So when you look into the comment section, majority of the comments are going against these fake ass Africans. That's what y'all are. Y'all some fake ass, bootleg ass, booty scratching ass Africans that nobody wants y'all as. You know what I'm saying? So HOKKK, why you acting like that?
Don't do that, man. Don't do that, fam. Don't do that.
Nah, man, it's just real though. It's just real. Nobody wants what do you call it? Broken, lost ass nigga. Nobody want that. And then here's the thing, right? We show papers because this is what they want to see. Papers. They want to see white people's papers. They can't just trust nothing that comes from their brother's face, right? They gotta see some piece of paper. When we show y'all videos, we show y'all bones, we show y'all science, we show y'all scholarship, and then y'all still be talking crazy. So we're not gonna even take y'all serious no more, man. For real. At this point right now, we're just gonna mash over y'all because y'all don't have no scholarship. Zero. So why are we even talking to y'all? Talking about he only debated equals. Nigga, you don't know nothing about America. And you halfway know about Africa. So yeah, you're not my equal. You can't debate me because you don't know if I ask you a question or you ask me a question about my shit, you don't know the answer. Because if I answer you, it could be wrong. You still gonna say, well, I don't know. If it could be right, you still don't know. So y'all look dumb and shit y'all saying. Y'all look desperate. Y'all look thirsty when y'all saying certain shit. This is y'all master teacher. And then when we go to the Kemet thing, the other lady, I forgot her name. She's Champoleon's granddaughter. Y'all are following. Kemet is all their shit. It was created by them to control you. So all this African stuff, all this stuff or whatever is not African. Y'all, if y'all go back and watch the video, the interview we did with the brother from Mali yesterday, shout out to Is. Good brother, man. A lot of times, man, it's fake, it's false information. If we open up lines of communication with our brothers from the continent, I think we can get some things done. But they don't want to talk to no broke, lost nigga. Y'all understand that? They don't. If you run around here thinking you wearing a dashiki, you looking crazy. Y'all look crazy right now. Y'all looking suspect in the motherfucker because you don't know who you are. You don't have no connection to that, and you just disrespecting all the landmass here, and then you let these people make a movie and tell you that that a mixed person is a full-blooded Indian. Does that make sense? This is crazy. Well, this is how we doing y'all right here, though. Highlights. Peace. Halito. Thank you for coming out. Check out the web, bro.
Check out the book that I got.
What you say? Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys another source, another book. So y'all say we don't never have any books, any sources, anything like that, right? You know, I go back and forth. I'll give you a black one, I'll give you a white one. So we're gonna go with Jack D. Forbes. Jack D. Forbes. I'm gonna get the right spelling right of his book.
They want to know the names of the books.
Oh, I got them.
But I got
okay.
All the ones I'm reading out of books.
Okay. One of his books is Africans and the Native Americans. That's
Jack
interesting. Huh?
Jack Forbes.
Jack D. Forbes. Yeah.
And indigenous history of United States.
Jaguar, Chief, send Jaguar the link. He said he didn't get it.
He was just in here.
Tell him put his email in the thing. I don't have his email.
He was just in here. He left.
Oh yeah, he was in here. Shaka, I am connected to some of the tribes. I just connected with a brother from Honor yesterday, so that's the only connection.
Conscious wants to send him the link again. Both of them said the same.
Now, this is what I gotta say. The brother Garfield asked a couple people a couple times, what holidays do they celebrate? No one, right? No one.
They wouldn't even let me answer. He wouldn't even let me answer.
Know,
Every time I was trying to answer, they kept talking.
But go ahead, do it right now, man. Go ahead, take care of it right now.
The fact that he asked us about a holiday, and it lets you know how white his brain is.
I know,
you know what I'm saying?
I know. I was just finna say that. Shit.
Right. We didn't look at stuff like that or whatever. And I was trying to explain to them that, you know, we celebrate births of family members, births of ancestors that came and gone. You know what I'm saying? So we're a little bit more natural people, and we honor our ancestors as opposed to honoring fake ass religions and fake ass holidays, holy days that you don't know about. So my name is Holiday, nigga. So I know about holidays. So that's not
another claim.
Yeah, man. Just never let nobody know.
Unc said that Africa was the old world, but I got several books stating that the Americas, right, is the old world.
Facts.
Only up to the 1600s where it was called the New World. It was a new place to be colonized. That's why it was stated as such.
Right. Camo killing them with the books.
But that kind of thinking, it's sort of like an entrapment, because you asking people who's been in wars for hundreds of years and who's been, you know, all types of hundreds of years. You asking them what's left over, like what's left over. You know what I'm saying? What type of leftover information do you know? You see what I'm saying? So, so it's sort of like, even if you answer it, it's not even a real point. It's not like a change your mind point. You know what I'm saying?
So
right. It's more like a kind of like one of those aggravating, like when you ask them, okay, well, what part of Africa you from? We know you can't answer that shit. You know what I'm saying? So we just do that shit just to antagonize you and shit. You know what I'm saying? We know if you average person on the street, we say what part of Africa you from, they gonna be like, shit, I don't know. That's why it's called Africa, and it's not called Mali, or it's not called Somalia, or it's not called, it's always Africa. There's never a country. And so
I just looked up
but the thing about it is that, you know, when he asked the question, you know what I'm saying, it kind of seemed like he was hesitating to answer. But the whole point is that, man, you know, I don't celebrate nothing. I don't know you.
Hold on, man. Calm down for a second, man. We ain't here for that. We here for the information, man. Listen,
Yeah,
Black Indians in the United States, man. We ain't trying. I try to listen, whatever, man. Go on with that.
Right,
Listen,
right.
Black Indians.
We ain't trying to figure out what kind of food they ate and shit.
This is what Wikipedia is talking about right here, brother. Black Indians are people of mixed African American and Native American heritage. Stop right there. Okay, now are the so-called Native Americans on these reservations, are they full-blooded people, family? I want to ask anybody that's against us of that. Are Native Americans full-blooded people?
No.
Okay, so we all understand that these people are not full-blooded people, right? So, but we do understand what a mestizo is, right? We understand that a mestizo would be what you would be considered a Native American, but a mestizo is a mixture between an Aborigine chocolate person and a Caucasian person mixing with them to make a so-called Native fucking American. Do y'all see how the double talk and the double speech? And this is why these niggas are confused, because they don't understand etymology, they don't understand words, they don't understand certain things that did not exist in certain times, like African American, like Native American. So they're already fucking over your minds right there. So are people of mixed African American, that doesn't exist, and Native American, another people that don't exist. So you got two phantom fucking people created Black Indians. That's number one, who have strong ties to Native American culture. I'll come back to that. Many indigenous people of the eastern woodlands, such as the Nagarat set, the Pequot, Lumbee, and Cherokee, have significant degree of African ancestry. Oh my God. So here's the thing, y'all. Anytime that they find somebody Black, right? Like the people that have been here for hundreds of thousands of years, right? The paleo humans, the archaic human beings, these people, right? The Pliocene people were, so to them, they would resemble modern African people, right? So, of course, you have what you would be considered these type of people here that will predate the so-called Native Americans who were created by the Europeans here recently. So these people, I mean, come on, y'all. This is why y'all don't get no power right here, because you work for her. He's never gonna put you give you a doctrine that's gonna give you power.
Family.
So.
Family.
Yeah.
Hey family, I got a Jamaican homie. He live in Canada. He's an Aboriginal. He want to get on the panel.
Absolutely. Let's get it. So we got Black Jesus Radio.
He's from Jamaica.
Okay, so check it out. Black Jesus Radio. He says that Dr. David Imhotep, shout out to Dr. David Imhotep, PhD, who has the first actual PhD in ancient African studies. Now keep this in mind. He has a PhD in ancient African studies. All right. So now, the first Americans were Africans. Documented evidence, part 1, and he has part 2. Dr. David Imhotep, because he revised it. Well, I don't know why, but he should have revised it. He should have said the so-called Africans are the first Americans. Because remember, he's looking at it from a standpoint of out of Africa. What? In fact, Dr. David Imhotep. So yeah, we don't. I've absolutely admire the work that Dr. David Imhotep has brought forward, but as a master student, I'm going to take the work to the next level to give it power. So ain't no fucking body, no fucking African, especially no ancient times, because there's no such thing as Africa in the ancient times or modern ancient times. So why are y'all still stuck on this fucking term Africa, Black Jesus? That speaks for itself. I don't even know what to do. Come on, y'all. Stop it, man. Y'all embarrassing yourselves all the time, man. Why don't y'all go do something else, man? Let us teach in peace, because we're going to keep destroying y'all shit every time y'all talk. We're going to keep destroying it, because this is y'all master teacher who has been lying to y'all. Y'all continue to keep letting. Y'all continue to keep teaching the same lies. Okay, so we're going to get to more stuff. Shout out to Omek in the house. Yeah, man. I don't know what to say, man. This is crazy. I wanted to pull up the maroon. This is for Garfield, y'all. This is specifically for Garfield, because he might didn't see this, so maybe we need to. Now that we got his attention, because he been running. I call him the running man. He been running long enough, so I'm glad that you finally, at least let me on your panel. Then they blocked me. But anyway, at least let me get over it. You know what I'm talking about? So here's the thing, right? Maroon, the etymology of the word maroon, right, which translate into Seminole, right? These people say that Seminoles are runaway slaves, which would be that means that the Seminole would have been black people first, right? So when you see a Seminole now, you see a person who would be mixed, that they would call, oh, this is a Seminole, he's a Native American, right? Well, wouldn't he originally been a black person first? Wouldn't we go with the depictions of Hernan de Soto and all Verrazano and all the other explorers that came here? Would we go with the clear depictions of who they call these people? So when I say Ethiopia, they start going crazy. Oh yeah, you just said, Europeans name, that's what the Europeans called us, right? Well, they called us Ethiopians here first. They were it's only been descriptive of the people. That wasn't the name of a people, Unk. And also, shout out to Root Word, man. I mean, y'all are so slow, man. It's just crazy to me. Listen, and we are teaching y'all that language comes from here, from America, from Latin America, and goes to there. It didn't come from there to here. See how that work, y'all? So we have older civilization here. We're speaking the language here first. So, and another thing, they be like, oh, these don't know what they're talking about. So when we look up the you do any research on English, American English, right? You understand that they took the bulk of the words from the Aboriginal languages that was already here. So when we tell them that we're speaking our fucking language, they be like, oh, they're stupid. They don't know what they're talking about. They're supposed to be speaking some language that we don't understand. Because even if we speak it, the thing is not for y'all not to understand what the fuck we saying. We're speaking our fucking language right now. So we say something else or whatever. It don't matter about. We are trying to convey the information we're conveying to y'all right now in the language that you understand. So we start speaking in another language, you would know that language anyway. And then that's a whole nother language barrier that we got to go through a cultural barrier that we got to fight through. So stop all that, man. That's weak. Because we don't ask y'all to teach us, to tell us nothing in Swahili because we don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
we don't care about fucking Swahili language. You know what I'm saying?
Just not to talk. Here go a screen share, and I'm gonna let you finish.
What happened?
I was just gonna let you finish. Keep screen sharing.
What you got here?
He's gonna have to go in the back room.
You see?
Yeah. I mean, but here's the thing, though, man. Listen, I apply the same word, even for my shit, right? I don't think that a article or a book should count as primary resources or primary evidence. That should be something that you should lead you to the primary evidence, right? At the end of the day, we have Nubia, we have Naya, we have all the other bones to back up what we're saying. We have the pyramids that have been tested, nuclear testing, carbon dating, radio dating, all the different datings that they came up with, right? And they're still saying, yo, that these people were Negroid people that resemble the modern day Africans. I don't have a problem with you have a problem with the term modern day African. You guys are sitting on that like, oh yeah, see, look, they said it's out of Africa. Yeah, they teach out of Africa to take the land in Brazil, dummies, from the darker Brazilian people that have been there. So when we pull up all this information, y'all are still saying, oh no, I'm watching the chat right now. I'm like, yo, is this real? We got real dummies. We got real smart dummies. At this point, y'all trolling and you're super dumb. And we're going to keep calling you dumb and because you're dumb.
And like it's right here.
Land on the line. Like nobody's African. We wasn't Africans 200,000 years ago, 1,000 years ago, 1,500 years ago, 500 years ago. We was not fucking Africans. They wasn't Africans in Africa. And I seen Asar say that they're not Africans, we're the Africans. I'm like, whoa, this is crazy.
But see, he ain't gonna get into why, because only 2 people in the world has been called Africans. White Afrikaners that traveled over here during the transatlantic slave trade and African Americans today. Period.
Can I say something?
Absolutely.
Well, you know the United States flag, it got 50 stars on it, right? I correct?
Yep.
They got 50 stars, and more. The Moors are saying the Morocco flag is our flag. Do you believe that?
If you believe that you're African, yeah, maybe.
Oh, I'm not African. I don't believe that.
Oh, okay.
I'm African.
Yeah, that Moroccan flag subject you to the jurisdiction of Morocco, which is in Africa.
Hmm.
But yeah, as I read into this language that I'm screen sharing right now, it says since contact with Europeans, American Indians have contributed hundreds of words from their indigenous language to both English and Spanish, the predominant languages of the conquerors and colonizers. Often, these adopted words were named Indians had given to animals, plants, and places. I just want to state that. So yeah, we're pretty much still speaking our language as we speak, whether we speak Spanish or English. And I'm reading this from the American Indians Contribution Encyclopedia book.
Power, Aborigine power. Where's our flag?
We don't have a flag, brother. We're gonna have to. We only have a nation.
Wow, I didn't know that.
We don't have a. Yeah, we don't have a nation.
That's coming next.
But we in our own land, and it's a sad thing to see people constantly trying to pry us away from our land and our natural resources. We are incontinent people of this land.
I agree.
Peace, Jaguar. Peace, brother. How you doing?
Peace. Peace, man. You already know, man. Building it in. I still ain't quite got home yet, but I was tuning in just to make sure, just to give the confirmation, man, on everything we saying. And, as far as the flag thing go, I know most flags came from the European or Moorish empires, because
tell them.
It was the skull and bones flag. That was more of the first flags that was given out to the sellers, and then you had more flags being developed. It's all kind of flags, but if you notice the flag that normally be in courthouses and churches, it's a American flag with yellow tassels around it, and they call it the Jolly Rancher or the Jolly Roger or whatever you want to call it. Either way, they know that flag is a pirate flag for the Roman Catholic Church, and so they telling you in the church and in the courthouse of what type of authority you are supposed to be under when you enter those places. And we all know the Roman Catholic Church created the whole Christian paradigm and all that. So, that's just, a little something on the flag thing or whatever.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was powerful, bro. So, yeah, man, we just got to keep applying pressure and keep showing the work that we're doing. We got plenty of info, plenty of books, any topic we pretty much discussing, we can pull out some documented anthropologists and archaeologists data to back it up. So feathers up, y'all.
Feathers up.
Y'all ready to wrap it up? Y'all ready to wrap this up?
No, we ain't right.
I gotta head out. I gotta head out in a couple minutes. And now, but I'll be good later on tonight, though. I gotta head out in a couple minutes.
Yeah, we probably be going back live later on anyway. Back from Jaguar OMAC channel. Okay. So y'all go subscribe to Jaguar OMAC, and we'll be, continuing to build, constantly dropping powerful information, changing the mind states of the people with absolute truth.
See, first off, Black, I believe in these sick, uneducated African self-haters, liars. First off, you're the liar. That's number one. He said, believe Dr. David M. Motel, right? And Dr. Clyde Winters and Dr. Ivan Van Sertima. That is absolutely right. None of those men are riding with you. Dr. Clyde Winters talks about a, a plethora of things. So why would you use our people as our sources? That's more double speech, dumb shit that you're talking about. Just because we're having a difference of opinions of words, Dr. David M. Motel would tell you that Africa is not an ancient word. So what the hell is you talking about, dude? You need to go on somewhere, man. Y'all are so fucking slow, man. It makes no sense. I mean, it just makes no sense. Well, if Shaka, if I'm a liar, prove what I'm lying about. Just one thing. That's the problem, man. Y'all slow as fuck, man. Y'all really hunk on the short bus, man. Homie the clown need to ride out and hit y'all in the head with the sock, man, for real. Like y'all really slow.
You gotta expect a monkey to act like a monkey when he come from a monkey. You know.
Oh wow.
Who said that? That must be Jack. Oh, no. Y'all wow. Y'all wow. But listen, this is the thing,
Al
though.
Power says that.
This is the thing, y'all. This information is hard to swallow. It's a tough pill to swallow, especially for old people. When you look up the psychology and how the mind works, you know, certain information can give people heart attacks and can put people on drugs or even make them suicidal or even cause them to to have mental breakdowns or even heart attacks. So this is some information that is very, very hard to swallow for some people. So especially the older people and the elderly people is going to have a hard time dealing with this information. So that's why I try. That's why I tried to try to be like real kindergarten with the information. And try to be respectful with the information, because some of these elderly people who watch it, like you can literally, like, I mean, if they actually, get a hold of some of this stuff, it can really change them, because it means they've been living their whole life. Just imagine seeing the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and then 2018, you get a hold of some information that changed you. You know what I'm saying? That's totally different. But we gonna get back that when I get back. You know what I'm saying? I'll be back Wednesday. I think Thursday or Friday. So we gonna come back, y'all, and we gonna be hard. We gonna come back. We gonna be hard, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. They gonna keep going on, and they gonna keep the movement going. But this Saturday, when we go live, y'all don't want to miss that, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all subscribe to this channel, man. But y'all don't want to miss that, because we coming back hard. I'm talking straight hard. Y'all ain't even gonna understand. Y'all ain't gonna be like, man, these dudes Illuminati. What we gonna hit y'all with? You see what I'm saying? And it's gonna destroy everything. All this. It's gonna destroy all the stuff that they talking about. So you guys are doing a good job, man. Nice build. You know what I'm saying? I congratulate y'all. I congratulate them too. It's hard information to swallow, man, especially for the older people. You know what I'm saying? But you can see them. You can kind of see they kind of gradually softening up a little bit. You notice that, right? It's softening up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You can notice that. But good job, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can go ahead and keep going in for a couple more minutes. I gotta head out. I gotta head out pretty soon. But good job, y'all.
Hey, I want to pull up at that monkey article of the Telegraph. It's in the back chat. But we need to debunk this out of Africa theory just for the once and the last time. Man. Like, this is crazy.
I didn't see no article with no monkey.
Okay, yeah, we missing the Chances one. Hold on, we missing
called
the
the Telegraph. You see, it's like just the text.
Okay, I see it.
Hold on, we finna try to get a Chances one in here. So where's it at? Where's it at? Where's the article at?
You got it?
Who, me or hold on 1 second. He got it. I'm sorry. Hold on. I got you. Give me 1 second. You got a beer commercial?
Hey, will you please send Black Jesus the link, please?
Who?
Black Jesus.
We Black Jesus? Oh, Black Jesus, we gotta go. I gotta go. Okay. I'm gonna hold on. Yeah, by the way, y'all, Black Jesus minister.
Tell them subscribe to Jaguar. Oh man, we going live in a minute. He can come on more than well.
Yeah, we finna head off. Tell him sorry about that, man. Sorry about that, Black Jesus Elder. You know what I'm saying? That's by the way, his new name is Chief Minister. He's gonna be the ones in charge of getting people married and stuff like that. But we'll see how they go. He's
welcome.
He's an Aboriginal. He's Choctaw, man. He's Choctaw.
That's what's up.
He's Choctaw, y'all. He's Choctaw. He can deny it all he want. You can look at him. He's just straight up Choctaw. So he's over here. He just gotta.
I think they call Black people monkey. Okay. Well, this is why we call y'all monkeys right here.
Hey, my brother, he calls me porch monkey. That's what he calls me. He calls me Black and African American.
Tell him to prove it. No, I'm just playing. You all right?
I feel sorry for y'all, man.
But yeah, y'all, let's go ahead and wrap this up. I gotta go take this flight real quick, y'all. And I'll try to be back tonight after the kids and everybody sleep.
Hey, this is the article y'all wanted to see with the monkey face on it. So hold on a second. Let me go to the. Now, we read this 1,000 times. We damn near know about heart.
But hold on, where's that article from, though? Where's it from? Where you reading from?
This is crazy.
What is that? What is we reading?
Hold on, yeah, I'm almost there.
Because they got liquor commercials, man. It looks like some. That shit actually look good. I'm finna go give me something to drink. Oh, no, they can't see that. Never mind, they can't see that. Good.
Okay.
Europe was the birthplace of mankind, not Africa. Scientific find. Now, what are you reading from though? What is the magazine?
She's a monkey with dreadlocks. Seen his pic.
Fine. What is the magazine? Where are you getting this from? What source is that? Where are you getting it from? Europeans. Europe was the birthplace of mankind, not Africa. Scientists find. What article is that? It's called The Telegraph.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is just a little article, y'all. So this is something we just, this is just a little article. You're not claiming this is no scientific fact or nothing, are you? You just
no.
You just kind of.
Not at all.
Oh, okay.
But this is their sources. This is their evidence. It's not mine. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving you some other peer-reviewed scientists that came up with this little dumb shit.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this is by Sarah Knapton. She's the science editor, the 22nd of May, 2017 at 7 p.m. It says the history of human evolution has been rewritten after scientists discovered that Europe was the birthplace of mankind, not Africa. See, this is the problem. If you follow them, this is what they're gonna do right here. So currently, most experts believe that their human lineage, split from apes around 7 million years ago in Central Africa, where hominids, that one that we showed earlier, remained for the next 5 million years before venturing further afield. Okay, but two fossils of an ape-like creature which had human-like teeth have been found in Bulgaria and Greece dating to 7.2 million years ago. Okay? So y'all see a little map and stuff like that or whatever, and they get into all that Homo erectus, Australopithecus, and all that dumb shit that just it's just not true.
So
the discovery... Excuse me?
Who's saying that? Who's making these claims?
They teachers. They're Zionist teachers are saying this. They're the ones making the claim.
Oh, okay. The Margaret Hamburgs now.
Right. This is what they're teaching now.
Oh, okay.
Not that Africa's a theory. Now they say no. It's absolutely Europe now. But when they say Europe, you're not obviously thinking that 7 or 2 million years ago or whatever or 10,000 years ago that the people were black in Europe. The people were chocolate in Europe. The people were copper colored, chocolate, whatever people that you want to see. You know what I'm saying? Straight the fuck up. And Root, man, I don't know. This might be science. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really know about that because they lie so much, but they reconstructed a whole goddamn monkey. They reconstructed a whole goddamn monkey from a fucking tooth. That's crazy to me. The discovery of this creature named Graciopithecus freeburgi and nicknamed El Greco, we're gonna call him El Greco, by scientists prove our ancestors were already starting to evolve in Europe 200,000 years before the earliest African hominid. An international team of researchers say the findings entirely changed the beginning of human history and placed the last common ancestors of both chimpanzee, Pan-Africans, and humans to the so-called missing link in the Mediterranean region. Okay. At that time, climate change had turned Eastern Europe into an open savanna, which forced apes to find new food sources, sparking a shift towards bipedalism and researching. And so they don't know. This study changes the ideas related to knowledge about the time and place of the first steps of the human kind, says Professor Nikolai Spazov from the Bulgarian Academy of Sciences. El Greco is not an ape. He is a member of a tribe of hominins and direct ancestor of Homo. Now they're not even saying maybe, they're saying a direct ancestor. She said Europe was Africa. So nah, Shaka, nah, you wanna learn something now, huh, Shaka? You wanna learn something now, huh? Okay, well, yeah, Europe is attached to Africa, brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting somewhere with that though. So hold that for a second. All right. We got the real black atheist on fire. Give me the link. Give me the link. Nah, that ain't you. But we can give you the link though. Okay, they show the food of the Graciopithecus was related to the rather dry and hard savanna vegetation, unlike that of the recent great apes, which are living in forests. Therefore, like humans, he had wide molars and thick enamel. To some extent, this is newly discovered missing link, but missing links will always exist because evolution is infinite. Chain of subsequent forms. Probably El Greco's face will resemble a great ape with shorter canines. And then they came up with this fictional picture. Can you pull that picture up again, brother, for the people?
What picture, bro?
Of the monkey.
Of the monkey.
El Greco. El Greco.
I got you.
Monkey Squad. Hey, shout out to the Tonsils one, man. He says AmirSquad9@gmail.com.
You got allergies.
Hey, we're gonna invite you in tonight, man, on the Tonight Show. But right now, this is y'all master teacher and y'all ancestor right here.
Oh, hold on, let me mute my mic.
Why you want to always look at me in face? You just said you seen my face before. What's going on, bro?
But it's going, the fan makes this.
Hey, Ebony, you see that right there? This is what they're saying. Now they're saying now that this is man's ancestor. This is man and apes common ancestor. They're not even saying it may be man and apes common ancestor. They're not even saying that Africa, no, Europe is you know what I'm saying? They could interchange the words. And if you say Europe is the birthplace of man, then in your mind, you're automatically saying that white people, they're writing themselves in history by saying that Africa, that Europe is the birthplace of man. Man, what Shaka, in our country, brother, we don't look at men, brother. You know, we don't do that. But Shaka, look at your people right there. Look at my eyes. Hey, Camo, hey, all right. We don't block right here. He can say whatever he want to say. He don't got the microphone though. We can talk shit.
All right.
He can't. Yeah, don't worry about it. He all right. Okay, so he said that's the crackers' country, Chief. See, that's what I'm saying, Shaka. That's crazy, bro. Why would you think like that? You just conceding land when we know that we know that Cheddar Man and beyond that, these people were chocolate people, man. So you fell for the banana in the tailpipe too. This is none of their land. This whole earth is ours, brother. I'm not conceding anything to nobody. Nowhere, especially America.
Right, they don't
So,
get
yeah,
that. They
man.
don't get that. They don't get that part.
They don't understand that, right?
Yeah.
Right. My brother Mali, right? That's my brother. Because I know who I am, Shaka, is the reason why I could deal with anybody around the world with respect, because I respect myself and my ancestors.
Right. But when you lost and you
Africans.
bootleg, don't nobody respect you, not even Africans. Y'all can't see that, man. Africans don't the dude said it yesterday to your face. Y'all don't see that. If you don't got a specific country in Africa you come from, then you are considered to Africans a lost, broken
one
people.
country that the cracker is native to. Tell me one country that the cracker is native to.
That's right, Ebony. None.
Okay, fam, we got to go ahead and wrap this up. I got to take this flight. Peace to everybody. Peace to everybody in the chat, y'all. I'm going to try to take you out with the Chief Holiday, but, yeah, we got to wrap this up, fam. But,
all right, y'all.
Maybe I'll see y'all back maybe later or something. If not, I'll be back like Thursday.
Okay.
Good build,
yeah,
y'all.
man, we probably go live again after this, man.
All right.
Oh, yeah, we just got
Chief,
Like I
do the
said,
Native American. So,
Chief, you want to go ahead and take it out?
yeah, man. We're going to keep this thing going. So stay tuned. We're going to have this discussion. We may be open up the panel for Black Jesus and maybe Sister Renee and any other Pan-Africans that want to come on and dispute.
But they gotta be ready to screen share. They gotta show they proof. Cause we ain't listen to a bunch of that talking. Y'all can go to Sonnet and them and Dagger Squad for that shit. We only show and prove around here.
Yeah, we're gonna send a link on the next one, y'all. So
y'all go tune in to I don't know where we're gonna go live from on the next one. So
I don't know. Hey, Thompson's one. You wanna go live?
All right, fam. Peace, y'all.
All right, bro. All right, have a good night, man. I have a safe trip.
Tribe up.
I swear to God, I put the fear of God in these niggas. I swear to God, I put the fear of God in these niggas. I swear to God, I put the fear of God in these niggas. I swear to God, I put the fear of God in these niggas.
This is the part that gets scary. I try to talk, but these niggas ain't hear me. This is the part that gets spooky. They play that role and I'm ending the movie.
Yeah, I swear to God,